What is up, fellas? JPS delivers here. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is well with yourself, and consequently, hopefully all is well. Consequently, I don't know how to use that right, but hopefully all is well with you, your family, your friends, associates, people at work, especially people like the elderly that are in your life, older people in your life, especially your grandparents, maybe aunts and uncles eventually at such an age. Hopefully they are all doing well. Hopefully they haven't been affected somehow. Whether that be themselves or the health of someone they know. Hopefully all is well. So I got some NFL training camp footage here from one of this. It should be the Madden 2008 user draft we had, where it was with the Panthers, Randy Moss, Michael Vick. We got Adrian Peterson right here on the drill. It's my favorite drill in all of the training camp. It's so much fun because it's a legit challenge when you're trying to get gold at the running back position for these. It's just, I mean, you breeze through here in like the first like first two drills for sure. A lot of times too. I mean, the trick is that you really have to use your fullback, meaning that eventually once you get to like playing instead of these two guys like a linebacker and a safety, you're gonna have to eventually play two linebackers and two safeties for the all Madden difficulty drill that you can get up to 7 attribute points. Rookie Adrian Peterson. I mean, how many yards did that dude rush for? Like 1,500 as a rookie? Or maybe it was like 1,200, 1,300. It was something insane. I remember his first game ever. It was like against the Redskins, I believe, and he fucking just owned them. Because that's Adrian Peterson for you. It's the same dude who tore his ACL 2 times and happened to come back nearly as strong. So that's Adrian Peterson. I mean, that's just pretty much how you describe it. But you see right here, fullback, he took out 2 guys. All I needed to do is play 1 guy, and then, well, didn't happen right there. But that, you'll see it a lot more too as you get like 2 linebackers and a safety next drill, and then the 2 linebackers and 2 safeties. That was an embarrassing dive, but it's easily my favorite drill. You got like the quarterback pocket presence one. That's the one I like to get. Usually what I like to do is I like to get like a mobile quarterback with a good arm, like obviously, Michael Vick. Vince Young's another guy like that with the same archetype, to where they have really good throwing power. Obviously, like elite mobility, like elite of all time mobility, like Vince Young and Michael Vick at their position. I mean, I don't think you've had faster quarterbacks in the history of football than 2 of those guys right there. But what I usually like to get is for sure a guy who's got really good throwing power, because it's a lot easier for me at least, to do well in the pocket presence. You know, the little, like, it looks like a target literally in the middle, and it's supposed to be like a pocket to where, you know, targets in the middle and whatnot. And that's technically where you're supposed to target yourself playing, you know, staying around the middle of the pocket, penalizing and whatnot. But the drill gives you 2 attributes to build up. You see right there, using the fullback to take out those 2 dudes. I mean, these fullbacks are fucking savage. You don't get that anymore. But what the fuck was that? But like I said, with having really good throwing power already, the 2 attributes that you will be building upon for pocket presence in that drill would be both awareness and throwing accuracy. I usually like to just go for throwing accuracy. It definitely improves the overall of a player like Michael Vick a ton. Like, it improves everybody a ton. But like, it makes a player, like Vince Young, Michael Vick, that aren't necessarily very accurate or consistently accurate, like really deadly passers, especially when you're coming out of the fucking pocket. I mean, throwing it deep downfield to a Randy Moss, all you have to do is just throw it in his vicinity, but you need to get it in his vicinity. You can't be throwing Josh Allen type passes that look beautifully like going 65 yards in the air, and they're just not going anywhere with that. You gotta be like Patrick Mahomes, to where you're hitting like a Tyreek Hill beautifully like 70 yards down the field, something dumb like that. So I like that, you know, just making that move. It's kind of like what I was saying with like the 2K badges. You know, try to get your team that has like their badges run in line with each other. Like, you know, get a lot of guys. Say you got a ball-centric point guard. Get a ball-centric point guard that it has a really good dimer, and then get dudes that have really good catch and shoot. Excuse me, sorry, I'm exhausted. But you just pair those two together and it's like a deadly combo. I mean, I had like OG Anunoby that I got in a trade. Apparently, for some reason, he has a gold catch and shoot. I don't know why that guy would have much of gold anything. No offense to him, but I don't think he's done much of anything to prove that. But I guess he scored a lot of baskets catching and shooting the ball. But having that pair with like a Will Barton and D'Angelo Russell sets up pretty well in transition. You set up like a transition 3. Ooh, jeez. But yeah, that's just the same thing with using like the attributes that you can build upon for like really good players. So I thought that was a good idea with the Michael Vick. Improve his accuracy at least by like 5 or 7. I don't know how many attribute points I got up on there, but that's for the pocket presence one, because the harder one is definitely the quarterback rings one. Even though the quarterback ring one, you look like a fucking badass when you use that one. Oh shit, did I end up? Yep, I pulled the silver off last minute. That was fucking nuts. But that quarterback rings one, it's definitely one of my favorite drills. Fucking love that drill. It's just a bitch to play though. So it is what it is. And you can also, make your wide receivers better at catching. Usually like to just pick and choose whoever is the most athletic that doesn't have the best receiving. In this case, for this team, you have Devin Hester. And then Devin Hester with his 100 speed. But we're going to find out at the end of this video, for some fucking reason, they're going to boast about being able to put 100 speed on him. But then the dude is just back down to 99 once the season starts. I don't fucking get it. But it is what it is. I guess, once you see player progression, they're like, whoa, hey, it's not possible, okay? We're going to have to see, you're going to have to be a -1 speed from the preseason. It's dumb. But you see, this drill looks cool as fuck, but it's hard as fuck too. I mean, I've gotten the first couple rings, but this shit's fucking difficult. It's cool as fuck though. It's a cool ass drill. But shit, playing this drill reminds me, it's just like doing all this reminds me being in like fucking middle school playing this goddamn game. I think it was like 8th grade, 2008. Jesus Christ. But this is such a fun fucking game. I love this nostalgic shit, especially when you have Madden nowadays, to where, I don't know, there's a lot of, they're incorporating, new engines and stuff, better graphics, but the gameplay still just doesn't move around very smoothly, so I don't know, I just don't get it, personally, but it is what it is. It's not a huge deal. I just don't prefer to play the game, even though it would be fun. I think the last Madden I legit bought was like Madden 2013, was it? Matt Stafford on the cover and stuff. I remember playing with like Johnny Manziel as a rookie. I think it was. No, was it Johnny Manziel as a rookie? No, it was like Madden 15? I don't fucking know. Shit, I don't even remember. Holy fuck. Oh, you know what it was? For Christmas I got like Madden 18 or something. I think Tom Brady was on the cover. I think it was 18. And I played with the Cleveland Browns because Josh Gordon was really fucking good and Johnny Manziel was athletic and he was a rookie. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's try to make the Cleveland Browns, let's create a narrative right here. Let's make the Cleveland Browns a Super Bowl team. Boy, was I stupid to think that would happen. But it is what it is. But speaking of football stuff, Cam Newton gets it released just the other day, or I guess earlier today he got released. I put that shit on there, or I didn't put it in a group chat of people I know, but someone did, and then a guy and I just flat out just said oh, he sucks. At least now, but comparatively, this is the dude, the way the dude acts is like this dude's fucking Tom Brady basically. Just that he's oh, I'm easily the best, I've accomplished so much compared to everybody else in the world. It's not even a confidence thing. When you see Peyton Manning playing football, it's oh yeah, that's a confidence. That dude's just humbly confident and stuff. Tom Brady seems confident. I don't think, there's probably a couple things that he could be douchey about. But just Cam Newton just comes off, you know what I mean? The difference between confident. Confidence arrogance is like an unproven confidence to me for some reason. It's just you could be a douche, but you could be confident. But man, you be an arrogant douchebag, and you just need to shut the fuck up. And that's kind of the case, it seems like, with Cam Newton, or at least what we've seen the past couple seasons. I mean, the dude can't even fucking throw a goddamn football. He had Kelvin Benjamin, who was a really solid player. He had Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey helps anybody, let's be honest. I mean, McCaffrey still had a great season and helped with the passing game there with DJ Moore and who the fuck the other dude is. Jesus, I can't even think of the name. I can't even think of the name, shit. But with DJ Moore there as one of the wide receivers. But, like, dude, this guy's, like, horribly inaccurate, you know? Like, he's just not able to get many passes. Supposed to, you know, acts like he got swagger and stuff. I feel like he's, like, an Instagram influencer. He's not even, like, it's like as if he's, like, a really athletic Instagram influencer who, like, they just, like, fucking got drafted in the NFL. I mean, the dude, like, for a quarterback, he's wildly overrated. And then a dude was just like, nah, bro. If Cam Newton, like, some dude I know is like, he's like, if Cam Newton was, if Cam Newton's over sucks, then Russell Wilson's below par. And I was like, bro, dude, Russell Wilson is like one of the most gifted improv like quarterbacks or players of all time. Like, that's how good Russell Wilson is. That dude is like that's the most smooth football player I've ever seen. And I never wasn't old enough to watch Barry Sanders. But dude, Russell fucking Wilson, come on, man. Don't fucking ever say that guy. I know I sound like Colin Cowherd right now, talking about, you know, having an infatuation with Russell fucking Wilson, but it's Russell fucking Wilson, okay? That Russell, and then also said Dak, you know, I don't think Dak's amazing, but Dak was accurate at least. So you have that, you know. You're not throwing that under the rug or whatever. So I just don't get it. The dude was really athletic, but it seems like injuries and time has caught up to him to where he's just not this, like, you know, amazing speed. Like, you know, it's not a Vince Young speed. It's not it's like, you know, the size was always a big thing to where he was that, you know, fat. I'm pretty sure, wasn't Andrew Luck just as fast as Cam Newton? I could be wrong. Don't fucking, like, freak the fuck out. But Andrew Luck, I mean, seemed like he was almost as fast as Cam Newton. I mean, of course, you're 6'6", 260, pretty much built like a LeBron for the NFL. And then, yeah, like, of course, you know, you're looking at it and you're like, but, like, what was weird to me is that he's got a dude that, like, he's definitely was coming in and had, you know, impressive stats coming into the NFL. Like, rookie season was, like, setting the rookie season record for most passing yards. And you're like, you know what, this guy could have it, you know. Helps having Steve Smith and Greg Olsen there. But still, I'm pretty sure Greg Olsen was there when he started. Pretty sure it was Greg Olsen, like, still on the Bears or something. I don't know. Could be wrong again. But, you know, started off well. But he just seemed like the type of dude to where he, you know, he's in great shape. Not going to say he doesn't work out or anything and, like, worked hard at working out and staying in good shape. Having good, like, muscle definition and stuff. But think about it. Like, for a quarterback, you got, like, quarterbacks like fucking Big Ben and shit. And, like, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning looked like Tom Brady even at first. These are dudes that just, like, all they need to do is resistance band training and shit. Ben Roethlisberger never was in amazing shape. He's always a pudgy dude. Who fucking cares if you're lifting this much weight? The thing is that he was doing all that stuff like he was some goddamn influencer that needs to stay in shape. But at the same time, he doesn't fucking work on his damn craft. You know what I mean? Like, I just never got that. And then he never actually got, you know, impressively, you know, good at accurately passing the ball. I used a lot of adverbs there, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, I mean, that's still my point made. Just don't feel like the dude did an amazing job for that. And it was just kind of got old after a while. And finally Carolina caught up with everybody else. And it's also the same dude that wouldn't jump on a fumble in the Super Bowl. Dude, if you break your arm, okay, doing that, then, you know, you did it at a noble cause instead of looking down on the ground. And not only that, you break your arm, you'll be back by next season. Okay, dude? It's going to be alright. Because guess what? It's not like you're necessarily getting paid in a couple years after, you know, what? Is he still on contract, or did he just not get re-signed? But he did get released, so he must have like a year or something. I don't know. Still getting paid technically. But you know, usually you know how you'll get those players that people just love and they'll just overrate them as fans. No, it wasn't only that for fans overrating Cam Newton. Cam Newton overrated Cam Newton. That dude was just so fucking full of himself. Couldn't help it. And because he's so full of himself, there had to be a little bit of an idea that, you know, it didn't turn like some people do. Like, you know, you could say some NBA players that are really good and full of themselves, they still, you know, Michael Jordan kind of, you know, maybe Michael Jordan's really full of himself. The dude still decided to be like, hey, I'm a badass, but I do have to work on being a bigger badass. You just get some players like Carmelo Anthony or something. You know, you just get that idea that you're a badass, and then you just become comfortable with thinking that you're just a badass and you don't really have to do anything and work hard towards all that other stuff. So that's at least what it seemed like. But it is what it is. It's whatever. It's just, I don't even know where he's going to go. I don't know what team's going to offer him anything. You know, it's, in other news though, you got Tom Brady. You got to talk about Tom Brady, right? I know we just talked about Cam forever, but fucking Tom Brady going to, I mean, hey, this is going to be like one of the best, well, probably the best wide receiver setup he's ever had, because, you know, Randy Moss, obviously amazing as by himself, a wide receiver, but now you got, you know, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. That's a hell of a duo coming up. I'm looking forward to it. Should be interesting. Should definitely be interesting. And I know Tom's excited for it. I mean, if Tom wasn't excited for it, then he wouldn't have signed in Tampa. So that's, I mean, pretty simple as that, right? So I think Tampa Bay is in a great spot, because Carolina, just mentioned Cam Newton stuff going on, which has been going on for years, honestly. We'll just have to see. But as always, fellas, take care, have a good one, and always be grateful.